Hello, and welcome to today's podcast. My name is Madison McLaughlin, and today we are going to discuss the Grove that is in Oxford, Mississippi. The Grove is a huge part of a typical game day tradition at the University of Mississippi. However, there is a rich history behind it. Originally, the Grove was set aside for recreation during former Ole Miss Chancellor Robert Fulton's reign from the years of 1892 to 1903. But it was not until around the middle of the 20th century when the Grove became a center spot for tailgating. Prior to the 1950s, most rebel tailgating took place at fraternity and sorority houses on campus. However, numerous cars and RVs began to take over the Grove during the 1950s. Once cars were prohibited on the Grove lawn in 1990, fellow Ole Miss fans had to turn to a new approach. Instead, fans decided to turn the Grove into a virtual tent city before every home football game. According to the New York Times, they describe Ole Miss during a typical Saturday. The stadium, which is known as Vaught-Hemingway, accommodates around 60,580 people, and devotees of the Grove argue that the Grove itself accommodates more. It is every kind of party you can describe, all at once. Cocktail party, a dinner party, tailgate picnic party, fraternity and sorority rush, family reunion, political hand grab, gala and networking party hardy. What might have described William Morris, one of Mississippi's favorite sons, to declare Mississippi not a state, but a club. However, I feel that the Grove is much more than just a so-called party on a Saturday. It is a part of the University of Mississippi. Whenever prospective students take a tour through campus, one of the first spots they see is the Grove. It is truly a staple of just how beautiful Ole Miss's campus is. The Grove is also a spot where students can study, class can be held when chosen to be outdoors, and even meetings with different clubs and organizations on campus are held in the Grove. Outside of the campus involvement, the Grove welcomes people from all over the world. People in the city of Oxford take walks through the Grove. People bring their dogs to the Grove, and even tourists passing through Oxford take a moment out of their trip just to come and take a look at it. Growing up, I've always loved Ole Miss, especially the Grove. I always thought that the Grove symbolizes unity. It is a way to bring people together to just admire the beauty of our world. It is a place where I feel at peace every time I step foot in it. In our world today, there are many times where simply life gets in the way. What I mean by this is that as humans tend to get so caught up in the daily hassles and stress of the world. Instead, I feel that everyone needs to take time to care for themselves. Find something to do where you can truly relax and feel at peace. Take a walk, go to a social outing, or even curl up and watch your favorite movie. Life is short, so it's important to enjoy every moment. The Grove has been a place of the University of Mississippi for over 100 years. It is around 10 acres and welcomes nearly anyone. Therefore, its staple really symbolizes family. Whenever visitors are in the Grove, they are immediately greeted and get that overall personal family atmosphere that I feel everyone strives to have. Also, when people set up their tents in the Grove, they host all kinds of people, whether it's extended family, co-workers, colleagues, old friends, and even strangers lost in the Grove shuffle. From personal experience of being in the Grove, I find it to be a place where everyone gets to display their creativity, and I love to walk around to see all the tents and everyone's setups that they come up with at these tents. Once, I even saw someone set up a bridal type tailgate. I know, crazy, right? There were beautiful flower arrangements, balloons galore, and tons of food. I thought to myself, what an amazing way to bring everyone together. When I was a child, I got to experience the Grove for the first time. My mom is an alumni here, and she had a friend from college who was still very active with the university and all it had to offer. So, like me, my mom, my dad, and her friend, my mom's friend from college, we got to go and experience the Grove alive and well during a Saturday before the home football game. I thought that it was truly something I have never experienced before. There were tons of tents everywhere, foods and drinks at each tent, and there were even TVs and chandeliers in some of the tents. People really had great decorating skills at this place. That was my first thought. Anyway, however, at every tent I saw, people were truly happy and so welcoming. There were people walking around, and the hosts of the tent were just offering them food. People were also watching College Game Day that streams every Saturday morning. And sometimes people were streaming, like, the games that were on before Ole Miss's game came on, of course. But there were also kids running around. Some were throwing a football around. Everyone was laughing and having a good time. It really felt like I was around people who seemed like family. Sure, people were there to celebrate and hang around before the game took place, but it was a symbol of people coming together, despite their differences. To me, it was a strong statement that everyone in this world just wants to be happy and feel welcomed, and I feel that the Grove is a good example of providing that sense of unity that our world needs. All to say, the Grove is many things. It's a place where people celebrate, reunite, and even just simply take time to enjoy the true beauty of the world. The Grove is not just a party on the Saturday. It is a traditional place of nature that is so beautiful and shows that being united is so incredibly important. Therefore, I give the Grove at the University of Mississippi 5 stars.